All right, Bob, what do you got for me?
Pressure.
We weren't quite ready yet.
I didn't have any great questions for you. But
Four running backs and 4 plays.
No, but I was going to ask you the play to Paul, is that called that right after a turnover? Do you like doing things like that right after a turnover? Is that something you practice all week? Or trying to find a specific time?
Well,
to do
trying to find a time to run that, and I mean, one of the things we've done pretty well here over our time is some of our deceptives. We've been able to hit them and have really nice plays out of them. So just trying to find the right time. Is it always after a turnover? No. I mean, because obviously the defense is aware of that as well. Teams like to do that. So just kind of a gut feel when I like to throw it out there and make sure it's that we can get it done at the right time.
What were you thinking after play 12 inside the 15 on that drive?
Can we just get it in? I mean, we had some good shots. There was a couple penalties in there. Had a couple opportunities to make some plays, and we just kept fighting. And unfortunately, we didn't get it in. But the next two trips down there, we were able to punch it in. So that made it for a better night.
The number of plays run in the first half, because you've talked about needing to get through the first 15 and 16 plays. Whether the score was what you wanted or the yards, how did that help set up everything else in the second?
Well, we about went through all our plays. I mean, we had 49 plays at half that we had at least called, and so it's good in a way. I mean, we got to see it. We got to see a lot of things. We got to put our guys in a lot of different situations. They were able to settle into the game and get a really nice feel. And we were doing a nice job. I mean, we were moving the ball. It was a lot of yards and a lot of plays. We just weren't having the payoff at the end, and that's something that we'll continue to work on.
How do you get Thomas Rawls to be more in it? It seems like he's trying to. Well, that screen pass was an example of him doing a little outside. But
how do we get him what?
Just where you want him to be and where he's been in this offense before.
Yeah, I mean, we just need to keep working. I think he's doing a great job in terms of coming to practice every day and working. He's just such an excitable guy, and he wants to do so well. He wants to try so hard, and sometimes you can try too hard. And we show him that picture and just say, if just a little bit of patience, there's like three guys there for you, to help you set up the blocks and for him to set him up, I guess. So you just keep working with it and keep working him through it. And I think sometimes you have to settle some guys down because they get so excited and so amped up. They just want to kill somebody out there and run somebody over like he ended up doing. But we like where he's at, and I mean we love his temperament. We love how hard he works, and we'll just keep trying to settle him into the right space.
Houston leads the league in forced fumbles. Is that something that you mentioned, that you emphasize more ball security this week, or is it just kind of status quo?
Well, as you know, it's all about the ball here. So not only the defense going after it, but the offense taking care of it, and it's something that we do pretty well. And so it's an emphasis each and every week, regardless of the opponent that we're playing. Obviously, we're aware of those things, but as long as we do ourselves the best that we can do it, then it takes care of itself. And over time we've done a nice job of that, and this week's no different.
What's your philosophy on the screen pass?
Make it work. Hope it works.
Used a lot.
Yeah, we haven't used it a lot. There's a lot of things that go into it. Really, I could just name each piece of the screen. How well their skill sets are at that. I mean, the quarterback has to be adept at it. You kind of have to hold off the rush. Kind of got to do a great job with your eyes. The running backs have to really do a great job of setting it up, because there's a lot of times on their releases it could be different release. Sometimes you're releasing inside the lineman. Sometimes you're jumping outside the lineman. So they have to have a good feel of it. And then the linemen themselves have to have a good sense of timing. Have to be able to release off of their guys, get out clean. So there's a lot of moving parts when you run those screens. I've never been one that it's like, okay, this is a screen down. The particular ones that everyone likes to use. We were able to hit one. We've been practicing them for a while because I think the timing is so important. And we were able, really, I think both of those were set up really nicely. We were able to catch one and get a good gain out of it, and the other one, we didn't make the catch. But the timing is there, so I think we're kind of getting in the right spot with that.
Are they more a labor-intensive sort of play call just in general, like the amount of work you have to put into them to make them pay off for you?
Yeah, in a way, because there's so many moving parts. Like I said, and there's protection to it as well, and then there can be adjustments to the protections, and there's just a lot of moving parts and a lot involved in that for that to come off well. And some of our ones in the past haven't come off exactly that the way we've wanted it. So we've worked really hard in practice, and we continue to practice those and really just working on the timing of it.
So what does a successful screen pass open up in the next progression of your play calling? If you're able to do that, what does it open up for you? More play action, more runs inside, or?
Well, I think it just has effect on the rush. That's what I would say. Is it really affects the the way, obviously, if you don't run any screens, then they just pin their ears back and they can go. And so I think sometimes it makes them, whether it's their how they want to stunt or how they want to rush it on the defensive line. I think that can help slow that down a little bit.
Is that an example of a play that you figure was going to work better in December than September with the young line?
Well, just one that would needed to be worked. Yeah, I think just again, like I said, it's really there's a lot of timing and a lot of moving parts, and it's really all those guys that the three linemen that you're getting out, the running back that you're getting out, the quarterback, and how he's able to hold off rushes. I just think there's a lot involved in it. So the more reps that you can get on it, and in practice situations, I think can make it better. And it showed when we were able to unveil it there in the game.
Are you starting to sense some more cohesion from the offense in general across the board, with the line starting to gel a little bit more in the backs and everything, how it's kind of fitting together? Is that starting to feel like it's there for you?
I think we're getting better. I mean, we continue to work at it each and every week. And trying to improve in all the areas that we can. I think you can see us, us getting better in whatever those situations are. This last week, like we said, we had a lot of plays we were executing, but there were still things that were shooting us in the foot, whether it's penalties, missed opportunities, those types of things. So we still have a ways to go, but I feel like we're in a good spot, and I feel like you can kind of feel it coming. We still have things moving in and out, whether it's Luke and and Britt and and Ethan and Glow and those kind of things. But they've all been here and they've all been working. Tom's doing a good job of shuffling those guys, making sure that they're getting reps. So it's on the rise.
Russell, I think, has the highest passer rating against the blitz this season. How have you seen him and everyone else around him do that?
Well, we work tirelessly at it, and we've had issues, and so there's just so much communication from the center to the quarterback to all the way out to the tackles to the running backs. There's times where the receivers are involved in it, so we work it a lot. We have great meetings. Chad Morton does a great job of kind of of sitting, getting us set right on where what kind of pressures that this team is, and then. Then Tom and the quarterbacks and the centers, we all get together and we meet, and then we come out here and practice it. And we practice it a lot, and so I think that's what's showing up. And as long as we're all on the same page, there'll be times where we're all on the same page and a guy will be free, and we know that. And that helps the quarterback to be successful when we know that. It's when we think another guy's supposed to be free and a different guy comes, then that's where you have issues. And I think what we've done well is, or I know what we've done well is, we've all been on the same page and we've been able to manage those situations.
With a quarterback specifically, what are the traits that allow them to thrive under those situations?
I think they have to be fearless. First of all, they have to be willing to know when guys are free. You saw Russ in that last game. There was 2 times we took 2 big shots down the field. We didn't complete them, but he stood in there. He took a hit, and he knows that guy's coming, and he knows that's his guy, and that guy's free. So I think that's the first part of it. Then making sure that you're calm under pressure, that you're really clear with your communication, and obviously that you know where to go with the ball quickly if you need to.
What makes Doug so effective for you guys on third down?
I would say the first thing is his quickness. He does such a great job of squaring guys up and going either way. And throughout the game, he gets a really good feel of the DBs that he's going against, and he works certain routes to maybe set up other ones. And but the quickness is, I think, what really enables him to do that.
Some of the offensive penalties that you had in the game, is there? Tom was talking a little bit about Ifedi and kind of does he need to slow down and things like that. But what are you seeing on some of those, and what do you got to do to try to?
Well, the ones that you want to get rid of, obviously, are all the pre-snap penalties where you're lining up wrong, whether you're motions or whether you're jumping off sides, and those are the ones that really get under your skin. So it's just being disciplined. It really is, and you have to have that understanding, that awareness. And we know the snap counts. The defense doesn't know the snap counts, so we shouldn't be the one jumping. And we just have to be calm in those situations.
What kind of a challenge is Clowney to handle this week?
Well, he's 2 things. He's really long is the first thing, and he's really quick. And so, you know, I think his length it really helps him, and you know, and then the quickness to be able to get by the offensive linemen, and we just have to handle it. They're moving him around a little bit, so we need to understand, you know, how we're targeting him, and you know, we just need to make sure we stay in front of him.
Anything else?
All right, thank you.
Thank you.